No species in the galaxy could end this war in 100 years. Empires collapsed trying. Civilizations bled dry. Then humans arrived and ended it in 2 days, not with bigger fleets, not with better weapons, but by doing something so insane, so impossible, that the enemy's greatest tactician gave the retreat order before he could even understand what he was seeing. Because the moment the first human ship folded space the wrong way on purpose, the galaxy learned the most terrifying truth of all. Humans were willing to die faster than anyone else was willing to fight. The first human ship folded space wrong, not miscalculated, wrong. The confluence watched from high orbit as the destroyer Matthias Kale compressed itself into a geometric impossibility, a shape that violated the mathematics governing their empire for 11,000 years, and reappeared inside the shield envelope of the dreadnought Ascendant Meridian. The human ship detonated before the confluence could broadcast a warning. 73 million souls. Gone. The Meridian's debris field was still expanding when the second fold began. Supreme Tactician Ruthless had overseen 400 campaigns across 9 contested systems. He understood attrition. He understood fanaticism. What he watched through the tactical overlay made his secondary heart seize. 12 human vessels were folding now. All wrong. All terminal. They're using their crews as projectiles, his logistics coordinator whispered. Ruthless killed the audio feed. He needed silence to comprehend the arithmetic of what he was witnessing. The Lacuna War had burned for a century precisely because no species possessed the industrial capacity to replace losses faster than they accumulated. The confluence had 6,000 ships in this theater. Humanity had entered the system with 97. 34 of those ships no longer existed. They had deleted themselves and taken 51 confluence dreadnoughts with them. The void around Earth roiled with cascading detonations. Each human ship died screaming radiation across every spectrum, their fold drives unspooling in ways that turned vacuum into something sharp and hungry. Ruthless's third most senior advisor began calculating withdrawal vectors. Ruthless did not stop her. "Get me their commander," he said, and the signal took 4 seconds to route through the jamming envelope. The human face that appeared wore no expression Ruthless recognized. Female, young for a void rank officer. A scar split her left eyebrow, recent, poorly healed. Her eyes were the color of frozen methane. "Commodore Hallis DeVore," she said. "You're Ruthless. Supreme Tactician Ruthless. Your forces are committing synchronized suicide." "Tactical exchange," DeVore corrected. Her voice carried the flatness of someone who had stopped sleeping. "Your ships cost you 40 years to build. Ours cost 18 months. Do the math." Ruthless did. The numbers bent his confidence into something cold. "This is madness. Your species will deplete. We've got 600 more Kale-class destroyers in the manufactories. Crews are volunteers. Tina, there's a waiting list." She leaned closer to her camera. "We're not trying to win ship to ship, Supreme Tactician. We're making this theater untenable for you. 2 days. That's how long it takes us to render your investment here worthless." Another fold detonation painted her face in white light. She didn't flinch. Ruthless felt the war shift beneath him. The confluence had built its doctrine on patience, on calculated exchanges, on the certainty that no enemy could sustain losses at scale. Humanity had discovered something worse than victory. They had weaponized desperation itself. They had turned their own fragility into a strategic advantage. "You'll destroy yourselves," Ruthless said. "Probably." DeVore's scar pulled tight as something almost like a smile crossed her face. "But you'll leave first." The channel cut. Ruthless stared at the tactical display. The math was clean and merciless. At this rate of exchange, the confluence would retain system superiority for another 9 hours. After that, the industrial deficit became unrecoverable. Humanity would spend a generation replacing their losses. The confluence would spend 3. He gave the withdrawal order. Earth's orbital space was a graveyard now, choked with wreckage and the strange radiation shadows where fold drives had collapsed into themselves. 97 human ships had become 16. The confluence fleet, pristine, disciplined, 11,000 years of tactical evolution made manifest. Burned retrograde and prepared for translation. They left behind their pride and 48 dreadnoughts. In the command center of the defense station Armstrong, the Commodore Hallis DeVore watched the alien formations pull away. Her hands were shaking. She hid them under the console. "Confirmation," her tactical officer said. "They're leaving the system." DeVore nodded. She thought about her daughter who had crewed the Matthias kill. She thought about the 11,000 other names on the casualty manifest. She thought about the volunteers already boarding the new destroyers in the Luna yards, about the mathematics of desperation, about what her species had discovered about itself in 2 days of folding space the wrong way on purpose. They had won. They had proven that humanity could absorb unsustainable losses and call it strategy. That courage and industrial efficiency could replace superiority. That madness, given enough velocity, becomes indistinguishable from genius. And the confluence would remember. So would she. The tactical display showed empty space where the alien fleet had been, and DeVore understood with absolute clarity that her species had just taught the galaxy something it could never unlearn. That humans would burn themselves to ash if it meant taking you with them. She closed her daughter's file. Outside, the fold shadows were still expanding.